Hi everyone. Today is September the 20th. It is quad witching. That means all the options expire. Could be messy. We're still in a clear by the dip zone. I started with the Q simply because this is my fourth recording here. My brain is not attached to my mouth this morning. So what are we staring down? If we look at the daily, we can still see by the dip. We can see the rejection of value area high. Today, we are battling with the close of the prior day and higher. It is by the dip, but if we lose the close of the prior day, we should walk through the candlestick body of that prior day, unless it's very bullish, and then we'll only hold 50% of the candle body and start moving up. You might say, gee whiz, Emery, that's a lot of ifs, ands, woulds, and buts. But here's the big thing. Dips are still buy zones. Where have they been buying? At heavy congestion. And that heavy congestion area has been sitting around 471. The VWAP for this range of motion that we are considering has been holding the floor for us at 468. If we cannot do that, there's trouble. All right, here we go for the SPY. We are well below the close of the prior day, and we went all the way to the open of the prior day, and now we're battling right around that 50% range, which is near this wick. If we get over it, it's that buy the dip, and we're doing great. If we can't, we'll fade to the value area high. Now, we know that dips are buys, but that also means that if we lose this area, we can collapse into a very tight time frame and we can short the zone into support. My favorite areas to take profit are value area high and the point of control. It keeps us very much in line with what everyone else is doing. And hey, listen, being a trader means that you are a good follower because you're just trying to capitalize on motion. You're not trying to be the leader of the pack. You're not trying to be magnificently inventive. You're just trying to follow the pack and, scoop up Benjamins as they run wherever they're running. All right, here we are. Let's go to the ES. Pardon me. Topping formation underneath the close of the prior day and a very big candlestick from yesterday. Now, big moves like this normally have a retracement leg on them. They do. Is it 50%? Well, that looks like it's really going to be around 57.38, 57.22, 57.30, something like that. So let's take a look at what the morning formations have done for us. Is this a measured move? Let's remove this. All right. So here's our opening candlestick formation for today. All kinds of heavy congestion below. This is the big move of yesterday. This is our midnight range, right? We don't normally look at that for the ES, but because we look at it in the NQ, we just keep our eyes open. The 4 a.m. candlestick is the one from yesterday that I suspect is one of the things to really, oops, that's not the reading that I wanted. Hang on, folks. Shrek fingers on the move here. All right, where we have 4 a.m. candlestick formation. Down to the edge. I don't want it this color. All right, we'll do that, and I don't know what this is, but let's move it here. Okay, so that's what this rotation is. It's our 4 a.m. candlestick. Notice today, this is the opening one, and the 4 a.m. candlestick is sitting right inside of this noise, so I didn't draw another one. What I did do is draw a line at the base, and we can clearly see that this looks like mean reversion. It's going all the way to the top, 57.73, 57.75, and then fading into the bottom and getting lower lows as we fade. So this still looks like it's in a mean reversion into the 4 a.m. candlestick formation of yesterday, which it might provide some support, especially since the 9 to 10 a.m. candlestick is fairly noisy that way. All right, if it bounces up over 57.76, We get to value area high, 57.95, and, you know, maybe we get to peak at 5,800. I'm shocked that this is where we are, but it is what it is. We trade what we see, and we keep our minds completely fluid in the present to say, listen, this is simply what is happening. I'm not going to fret about it. I'm just going to follow what the chart is telling me. All right. Midnight bottom here in the NQ. 20,044. Midnight top, right where it's sitting, 20,058. Opening range just a little higher. And so, you know, once again, we're paying attention to what price action is actually doing here. 4 a.m. below at 19,944.50 to 19,900. Here's the thing. Could it bounce right out of here and keep going? You betcha. So what do? If it breaches this area at 20,072, the first thing that traders will do is try to sell it. But if they can't, and I think maybe the number we ought to look is 20,082, so you got about 10 points of risk there. If they can't do that, they're going to turn around and walk right back up into 20,138 to 140, and then 20,193 to 20,300. Those are the lines in the sand that I am seeing right there. Let's take a look at the YM. Let's go to the daily. Looking great. Still battling the close of the prior day. Monster day, right? Right from the top of the value area regions to the bottom. I mean, pretty incredible day in the YM, which I'm trading more because what I'm trying to do is build a system on Top Step TV to share in Strategy Lab that works through the motions and gives newer traders a chance to just follow a rhythm. All right, so clearly by the dip, let's get to the 1 hour formations. Here we are, opening range, caught inside of it just like everybody else. 4 a.m., caught inside of it just like everybody else, right? So there's literally nothing doing. If we go to the 8 to 9 o'clock candlestick for the YM, which I think is really critical, we're coming into that zone, but still bouncing. Trend is up. Momentum is kind of flat, but the bounces easily. Listen, it breaks out of here, it's headed higher. It is headed higher. Don't think about where it's going to top. Just think about following the motion. All right, we'll take a quick look at oil. As you know, my thought was 71.67 to 72. We have it on the chart. At this juncture, it broke through the 72, went to that round number near the 50s, 72.49, and collapsing and breaking down. I got to tell you, I don't know what's going on in here, but I do know that neither side wants oil to be expensive into the elections, and that's all I'll say for that. All right, last thing, gold. Gold's been a house of fire since the FOMC. Whoops, wrong contract. This one's in rollover. So we can see it, you know, zooming higher. Oh, for heaven's sakes. I know I say a lot. I shouldn't. Here we are breaking out. Look at how thin this is. I don't know what to make of this. We have to come back and hold up these spaces because this is absolutely manic motion in terms of gold. Seriously, it is just very, very big. So value area high way below here, value area low 1828. Literally, if you looked at a couple of measured moves, you know, we'd be 100, 200, I don't know, 2800 is the next line up. So very interesting, very, very interesting. That being said, I'll see you all on the Benzinga Options Show at 11 o'clock. We'll have our Zoom meetings for the traders on Benzinga Pro, and I'll see you on Strategy Lab at 2 p.m. on Top Step TV. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.